Hi there, I'm Matt Schlicht, CEO of Octane AI, and welcome to another e-commerce messenger masterclass AMA, where we talk to the smartest minds in the e-commerce industry, and we talk to them about their insights, their thoughts, and their experience and their vision for real-time messaging for e-commerce. So here's the thing, with email engagement going down and engagement with messaging apps and messaging going way, way up, real-time messaging for e-commerce is the biggest channel and the fastest growing channel in the e-commerce industry today. And that's exactly what we're here to talk about. And so today, I'm super, super excited to have Hayley Maltz, email and Facebook Messenger manager at Hawke Media, as our guest. Hawke Media is a full service marketing agency that works with hundreds of e-commerce brands. And Hayley is going to talk to us about how she got into email and Facebook Messenger marketing, how she joined Hawke Media, how Hayley and Hawke Media help e-commerce brands leverage Facebook Messenger to grow their business, drive revenue, answer customer support questions, and where Hayley believes that real-time messaging and Facebook Messenger marketing are going in the future. Hi, Hayley, and welcome to the e-commerce messenger masterclass. Thank you so, so much for being with us here today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Woo! So I think to start out, we'll just start super, super simple. Let's at a very high level for everybody watching who hasn't heard of Hawke Media, which I don't know how that would happen. Uh, Explain to them at a high level what Hawke Media is and what you do there.
Yeah, for sure. So, Hawk Media, like you mentioned, is a marketing agency. We service mostly small to medium sized businesses, basically everything that you can think of. We offer a slew of different services. So, I do email marketing, Facebook. We do media buying. We do influencer marketing, website builds, photography, really anything you can think of online. And I've been at Hawk for just over 4 years.
Wow! And then how did you get into this? Like how did you, what to walk us through that path of like how did you become so good at email marketing and Facebook Messenger marketing, and then decide to kind of join up with Hawke to do that?
Yeah. So I went to school for marketing. I went to college for that. So I've been doing it now for close to 10 years, I would say.
Wow.
Um, maybe like 7. But I've been in the game for a bit. And then working at the agency, I've really worked I've probably worked with over 100 clients at this point, across dozens of different platforms. So one of the big things that I'm interested in is like really the user behavior and the psychology behind like what makes people buy. And email marketing, messenger are both really honing in on that. And so I've really like developed my skills in those areas.
Yeah, that's cool. And then I guess give us a sense of with those 100 brands, how big are those brands? Like are these like brands where they're just starting out, they're like making maybe like a couple $1,000s a month, or like give us a sense of like the size of those.
Yeah, I would say for the most part, it would be small to medium. We've had some clients come to us where we've completely built the brand. So they had a list of zero, and we had to really develop the whole strategy from there. And then we've had brands that have been around for over 10 years that have developed all their strategies, their segmentation, all of that. And then we've had to come in kind of as the consultant and really like shake things up to see how they can succeed going forward.
Got it. And then I guess like when a brand, like for any, for any e-commerce brand out there that's like looking for an agency, this is like probably the question that they're asking right now. But it's like, what's the right time for a brand to start working with you? Like when people are coming in, what are the problems that they're like coming to you with that you're like perfect and you're like really great at solving?
I would say anytime is a good time. I think no matter where a business is at in their life cycle, if it's due to launch and really just needing somebody to help build out the strategies, that makes the most sense for them. Or if they've kind of started to see a decline um, on the interactions or the revenue or anything like that, a fresh set of eyes always helps to kind of see what they can do to improve going forward.
Yep, that makes sense. And so I guess like you've been doing this for 7 years, on the way to 10 years. Probably, I'm guessing for the majority of that, email was like a huge, huge focus. Whereas like something like Facebook Messenger is something that's kind of come in the more recent years,
Mhm.
especially like growing really fast right now. What like, I guess like from your perspective, um, do you see Facebook Messenger growing really quickly as a channel? and like how would you explain Facebook Messenger marketing to like an e-commerce brand that might not know what it is yet?
Yeah. So as far as Facebook Messenger goes, so I've kind of been leading the charge here at Hawke, and we've really kind of focused in on it over the last, I guess, like 6 months to a year. We definitely saw it booming, and there's a big opportunity for a lot of clients coming to us. We've basically broken it out and seen two benefits of Facebook Messenger as the core. So one would be the CRM side, so really kind of taking some of the weight off customer service and helping answer any questions that come up. And then obviously the other big side is the marketing side and building out promotional messages and workflows and all of that.
Got it. And then are you noticing like an increase in brands wanting to work with Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, definitely. I think more and more just as like a user behavior on their own, they're seeing it and kind of like wondering if this would work for them or like what the opportunities are. Obviously, it is a little bit new, so getting more data to support it, and every business is different. But we definitely had a lot more like questions around that space.
Totally. And I guess like how do you think about the differences between email and Facebook Messenger marketing? Like when a brand is thinking about that, like how should they be like what are the key differences they should kind of be like aware of?
Yeah. So we've had clients that have come to us and they're doing both email and messenger or just email. I think the main difference is really just understanding what their customer base is like if they don't have any interactions on their Facebook page or any likes or really like a social group, kind of figuring out where Facebook Messenger would work out for them is something that you'd have to think about, but kind of honing in on those differences to determine if it would work.
Got it. And then I know like we've been working together for a while now. Like obviously, like Octane AI and Hawk Media has a partnership where we kind of work together to help these brands where we offer the technology and then you help them run it and offer the services. And I know that you've kind of created a whole program around this where if there's a e-commerce brand that needs help running their Facebook Messenger bot or running their Octane AI account, like that's something that you do. Could you give like a overview or like a brief overview of like what are the types of things that you're helping your clients with when it comes to something like Octane AI and Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, totally. So typically with our clients that we have brought on so far, we've definitely seen the biggest opportunity with the abandoned cart messages. So that's typically what we launch and build out strategies around first and foremost. And then from there, I think the biggest opportunity is around really like looking at the messages that the bot is receiving on Facebook and building out conversations from that. So it's kind of digging into the data a little bit and really helping understand what the customer is looking for and being able to address that in an automatic sense. So the end user isn't like left hanging waiting for a response from a human.
Got it. And then are you seeing like I know with a lot of the businesses we work with that they're seeing like like really impactful ROI impacts in some cases when it comes to Messenger. Is that kind of what you're seeing on your side as well?
Yeah, so I would say yes and no. We've had some clients who are really just trying to like build it out. It's kind of like email marketing as well. Like when you're new, you have a list size of 0. Obviously, it takes time to build up that list and the amount of followers and people that you can broadcast to. So for the clients that I've had for a little bit longer, we're definitely seeing more positive return. But like all marketing efforts, it takes time to really understand and determine what your goals are. If it's customer support, obviously you're not going to see as high of a direct revenue, but you're taking some of the weight off of your customer service rep and bring up some time there. So different benefits across the board.
Yeah, I think that's a good point too, where it's like it's not always about driving an immediate ROI, but it's also looking at this as like, okay, this is a new channel. We have 0 subscribers right now. We need to start connecting with people here. For anybody that's watching this video right now that hasn't watched my other grow and engage and support videos, I definitely recommend after this video you should go watch that because something that we talk a lot about in this masterclass, and Hayley, I'm sure that you would probably agree with this completely, is that the 3 phases and the 3 pillars to real-time messaging with Facebook Messenger is one, grow, right? Like before anything, you need to make sure that you've built in these pathways so that people can and customers can get connected with your brand on Facebook Messenger. That's like the first thing. Whether you're going to have like the checkbox, you're going to be running click to messenger ads, you're going to have like on-site chat, like whatever it is, you need to get those in place. And then the second one is engage, which is just like, where throughout the customer journey are you going to be automatically triggering messages? It sounds like abandoned cart is definitely like a big one, but also like receipt, shipping, upsells, other things like that. And then the last one is like, now that you have all this activity going, make sure that you have support and AI in place. So if someone's saying like, where's my order? Or like, what is the sizing on this clothing, that you can have the AI automatically respond instead of a bot. So if you haven't watched those videos and you're watching this and you're curious, definitely go hop over and do that. Hayley, so I guess a big question for me is like, I think abandoned cart and some like introductory like customer journey triggered messages have been like super key up until now, especially for ROI and like building up these lists. Where do you see Facebook Messenger marketing going over the next couple of years? Like, what are some of those experiences that you hope and wish that Facebook Messenger will be able to handle?
Yeah, I think in the future, obviously, like bots continue to get smarter and smarter. Um, I think everybody has probably experienced communicating with one bot on some sort of website where you can clearly tell that you're communicating with a bot and not an actual person. So I think in the future, like the main goal and what I foresee Messenger coming to and bots coming to is that the user would think that they're actually talking to a human. It's so cohesive and all of like their questions are being answered. So I foresee that happening, and obviously the need for actual like customer support people in house or like FAQs, all of that will kind of be cut back because we're able to have a fluid conversation with the bot.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason that you should have real humans needing to answer, like sit at a computer and answer the same question over and over and over again. I think that's like a huge waste of time. And that's like usually in like the history of like all of humanity is like anytime a human is left doing like a repetitive task, somebody comes along and they make some sort of like robot or machine that ends up doing that. And I think like answering people around the world when they say, where is my order, is probably something that a machine is definitely super, super good at.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think this is kind of coming to the end of our show for today. Before we hop off, like, is there any big kind of tidbits or pieces, like little nuggets of information that you want to leave our masterclass members with?
Ooh, let's see. Um, I would say this goes for like messenger and marketing in general. From my experience working at an agency and kind of seeing businesses that are launching and growing from there, I think one of the biggest tips would be is to really like learn who your customer base is. We've had several clients come to us and they think that they're shooting for this market, and then all of a sudden they run some tests and figure out that it's something completely different. So really be receptive to the messaging and communication that you're getting early on, and kind of pivot and address it from there.
Cool. Uh, and then last thing, before we go, how can people connect with you if they want to connect with you? And then how can they go learn more about Hawke Media?
Yeah. So you can find me on LinkedIn. My name, Matt, will you include this somewhere? My
Yeah,
first and last name.
I'll pop it up. Bam, right on
Perfect.
the screen right
Yeah.
now. It's right here. Bam.
You can find my LinkedIn and my email address apparently on the screen. And then Hawke Media is just hawkemedia.com. And you can go on there and find all the services that we offer, case studies. We do like a free consultation also. So go on there if you're interested.
Cool. Yeah, and anybody who's watching this who like needs help with their Facebook Messenger bot, or you need help with Octini, like definitely reach out to Hayley. Definitely reach out to Hawke Media. We work together on a lot of different clients, and I know that people love them. So definitely go reach out if that's something that you're interested in. So Hayley, thank you so much for joining me in this masterclass, and to everybody else, I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Hayley from Hawke Media, email and Facebook Messenger manager and expert over there. And finally, I'd like to thank you, the viewers, the masterclass members. I hope that this AMA and our other course content is valuable to you. Because really all we're trying to do is educate you about the channel, which is real-time messenger marketing, which is blowing up right now. And if you're not doing anything on it, you definitely need to be paying attention. And myself and the guests in this masterclass, we all work with a combined thousands and thousands of really, really big e-commerce brands. And we're just trying to pass on that information to you. So hopefully this was super, super valuable. Hayley, thank you again so much. And everybody else, enjoy the rest of your day and keep working to grow your e-commerce businesses. Bye, everybody.